Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning into my channel. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Sandra with Shooting Stars Intuitive Readings. I offer intuitive, tarot, and mediumship readings for those interested. You're welcome to check out my links below in the description box. Please be sure to comment, like, and share to help grow and support my channel. I also ask to watch till the end. Thank you so much. We will be talking about today is attracting a healthy relationship. And this is for singles and whether you're already in a relationship. This reading will help you understand what to do differently and might give you some ideas on how to move forward, okay? And so let's go ahead and start off by asking something that you can work with to attract a healthy relationship. Help from God, angels of love and light. Something you can work with, okay? Let's see. A skewed idea about love. Let's see. What is your skewed idea about love? Here we go. Okay. So here we go. Let's see. So something you can work with to attract a healthy relationship. And again, this can be for singles or for couples. And so I'm feeling for a lot of you, you have to be really careful with what or who you accept, right? And for a lot of you, I'm feeling that you're just a big part of what's sort of screwing you over or holding you back is feelings. And in this case, I feel like their feelings are definitely important, right? And especially with all this spirituality stuff, we're always saying to get in touch with your feelings, to understand your emotions, right? To listen to your mind, to reconnect with your spirit. But, one very important skill, and this is a skill because I strongly feel that this is something that we don't always know how to do. Not everybody knows how to do, especially if you tend to be a very emotional person, is how not to allow your feelings to get the most of you, right? And some people are better than others, but I'm feeling that for those of you that are very emotional beings, like, I feel like it's really hard for you to step out of that. It's almost like it turns into almost like a codependent connection with someone that turns toxic because you're constantly looking for that specific feeling. And so in this case, in order to attract and bring forth a healthier relationship, it's time to disconnect from those emotions. And if this could work backwards, right? If you're really good at withdrawing and you tend to stay in hermit mode and you're a huge introvert, it's hard for you to communicate your thoughts and your feelings. Well, it's time for you to start feeling your feelings and start expressing it, right? But there has to be a balance between the two, right? Otherwise, this turns into toxicity, and you don't have to do this alone, right? You can reach out to friends, people that you know that will accept you, that will not judge you, or you can look to non-biased parties, right? I feel like readings are very helpful because you talk to someone that is not involved with your current situation. So their perspective of your situation will be very different than, let's say, your friend that knows your history or your sister or your brother, right? That even though they might not realize that they have some bias, there's definitely bias there, right? Because they already have their mind made up of what type of person you are, right? Or what your patterns are. And so it's really helpful to reach out to someone that's non-biased to help you really understand and help you see a different perspective as far as what you're doing wrong or what you're holding on to, not to mention the ability to tune into the energy, right, that's surrounding you to help move you in a more positive direction. And so I feel for a lot of you, there's a definite need to be creative. You know, this is the Queen of Wands. She's very sexy. She's very fiery. She's very irresistible. And I get the feeling that a lot of you are that way, right? You have this attraction that's magnetic and that is, you know, your person that's thinking about you is very drawn to you, but at the same time, too much fire, right? Especially in the beginning, or too, if you're trying to attract love, or too much of that energy might create, ends up sometimes creating toxicity, right? So there's a need for you to really look at, how much are you, what are you, mirroring, or what are you projecting out towards others? Because in reality, um, you want to be mindful with what you're trying to put out there. And I feel that this is what is skewing your idea about love, because a lot of you think that when you meet someone, it has to be very fiery and passionate. Or maybe you've been married for a long time, or you've been with someone for a long time, and the fire and the passion isn't necessarily there the way it might have been in the beginning. And so you're starting to feel like maybe the relationship has died, when in reality it doesn't. Actually, relationships come in phases, right? You'll have times where you do feel fiery, but after a certain while of being together, there's a need to keep that fire alive, and there's a need to also embrace where you're at together and change and move together, whether that's, you know, in a calm, passive sense, or whether that's in a, passionate sense, right? But I'm feeling for a lot of you, what has skewed your idea on love is thinking that calm and this passive type of energy is weakness. Literally, it's weakness. But in reality, it's not, right? It's just a matter of allowing yourself to embrace it. I feel like that's what skewed your idea. So it's a really important to really look at, how do you look at love, and what do you perceive for love to be, and how to allow yourself to do that. For a lot of you, I'm also feeling the need to forgive yourself. you know so when I asked about how, how will you know if you're really ready, willing, and worthy of being in a healthy relationship, and I'm hearing forgive yourself, because that's what's going to bring about healing. For a lot of you, there's a lot of this past energy, and granted, there's someone that is thinking of you that may want you back, and I'm definitely seeing someone else. For a lot of you, there's someone that may have done you wrong. They may have hurt you, and in a way you feel deceived by them. But really, in reality, you have to recognize that your love relationships don't have to be this way, right? Not everybody is this way. But in order for you to really attract a healthier love, you have to be mindful and, again, clear about what it is that you need and want, and be willing to allow that in. But you really have to train your mind and your body and your spirit to attract certain characteristics, right? Not necessarily manifesting doesn't work thinking of one specific person, because I can almost tell you that every time you think of that one person, most of the times it's wrong, right? Granted, sometimes it comes true, and for those that happens, they're super lucky. But see, for a lot of you, see, I'm feeling there's you have a lot of really attractive qualities. Like, there's someone that is really checking you out from a distance. I feel for a lot of you, you might not even know who this person is, or you might not see them in that way. For a lot of you, you started as a friend. Like, this was a friendship. Like, or maybe you are friends, right? But this person is starting to wake up to the idea that you are perfect for them, right? That you have what they need. So for a lot of you, I'm already feeling that you are attracting a healthier love relationship, you know? Right now, a lot of you are in the state of just not knowing, right? And surrendering, like really needing to let go of what's already happened in the past. Because in reality, there's something new trying to come in. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So there's a love partner that's coming for some of you, right? For those that are already in coupled relationships, there's family drama, whether that's within your immediate family or extended family, right? That's just getting on your damn nerves and you just don't know what to do. Like, you you have to really have each other's back. Like, you both have to come to a mutual understanding and just straight up agree to disagree, and decide that because you love each other, you're going to choose each other, right? I mean, granted, if you're dealing with a narcissist, one-sided relationship, excuse my language, but a selfish a-hole, right? Like, don't even feed into that, right? And your instincts will tell you intuitively, deep down, that you're dealing with an asshole. And it's time to put a stop to it and move away from that, because for those that are dealing with assholes, like, spirit sending you someone so much better, and this person is not going to be anything like what you've experienced in the past. For those of you that have already been working on attracting a healthier relationship, there's going to be a renewed sense of hope when it comes to love. Like, you are worthy of it and you will end up having it, you know? But for those of you that are sort of feeling like you're giving up on your relationship, let's see, I'm going to ask, let's see, what can you tell? Yeah, see, for a lot of you, that are already in a love relationship, like, it's not over. There's some of you that are sort of separated or estranged from someone and whoever comes to mind is the person this message is referring to. See, I'm feeling that some of the blocks with this person has to do with finances and career. They might be just really, I'm hearing the words obsessed with their career. So it's almost like they're just living, breathing career, work, 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 right? And so they're not giving you that attention that you would like. But you have to remember that kindness does matter and that there still is love there. Now, it's just a matter of you understanding whether this person is really worth waiting for, because I hate to say this, but for some of you, I'm feeling like, for some of you, I definitely feel like the relationship will evolve and it will get better, right? Because there's that someone again. See, look, someone's missing you, and I'm feeling like they just can't be without you, right? Like, they want to put an end to this separation, but they want you to let go of the need to control things. Like, they want you to give them some room to be able to take the lead, Some of you, I'm also feeling, they want to feel like you trust them because they feel like you don't trust them. But there's definitely a new opportunity when it comes to love. See, we get this Ace of Pentacles, right? But for those coupled or, having difficulties within your relationship, there's a really huge opportunity to really just talk about things, Look, don't let it all hang out. Like, don't let your emotions get the best of you, Just like I mentioned at the very beginning, disconnect from your emotions a bit. Not the fact that you're emotionally unavailable, but think with your mind, right? Think rationally. Think, how can we move forward, right? Rather than getting emotional and getting yourself off kilter and out of balance, right? Because in reality, they just want to know that they matter, right? That they have value and that their opinion matters. You know what I mean? So a lot of you are coming through almost like fire signs, and this might not be that you're a fire sign. You may be a fire sign, but your person is really looking at you like you're so powerful that sometimes you might kind of overpower them, to be honest. See, they're saying shut the hell up. Like, really listen. There's a huge need to listen to what this other person, for those that are in, separation, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Still love you, and then for some of you, you're just not on the same page. Like I said in the beginning, agreeing to disagree, right? So, but that's okay too sometimes. In order to bring peace, sometimes you have to let go of the need to be right, right? Because you love them, because you choose them. And for those that want to be in a healthy relationship and you want to change the dynamics in your current relationship, whether you're attracting new love or you're with someone, I feel those that are with someone, you really have to choose. Either you choose the need to be right, or you choose to meet in the middle. Like I always say, agree to disagree. That doesn't mean that you're going to get everything you want. And that doesn't mean they're going to get everything they want. But because you love each other, you'll each meet in the middle, right? To help sort of ease some of that burden, right? So see, love the one you're with. See, some of you just have to bring love into the situation. You really do, because there's still love in your relationship. Your relationship is not over. See, sit back and relax. For a lot of you, I'm feeling like you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. You're feeling like, okay, I can't let go of my power. But you know what? By sitting back and relaxing, that doesn't mean that you're letting go of your power. Really, what that means is you're choosing to attract rather than chase after something or someone or whatever it might be, right? And so by choosing to sit back and relax, you're surrendering and you're saying, okay, fine. I'm going to choose to love. I'm officially choosing to allow for the situation to unfold. God, I put this in your hands. Right? There's no more of a need for me to push or pull. Really, literally, this card was under the deck. Surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. For some of you, you're having to temporarily let someone go. Excuse my language, but some of you are like, I'm done with that. Like, excuse that shit. Like, I'm leaving that there. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to do that, right? You have to just let it go. But really, in reality, I feel for a lot of you, this person isn't going anywhere. They might seem like they're going somewhere, but based off of the energy that I'm picking up on, I don't feel this person's going anywhere. See? So learn from your mistakes and allow this new beginning to unfold, you know? Allow it to unfold, because see, there's positive shifts happening when it comes to love. You're really being called to make the effort, whether it's opening your heart or whether it's surrendering and just letting what's not serving you, you know? If what you're trying to attract is the exact opposite of a healthy relationship, which is an equal give and take, then it's time to let it go. Because in reality, what's already coming towards you is literally true love, right? Some of you, this is going to show the other person that you're of value. And your relationship is going to ascend to a much more committed relationship. See, here we go. Kisses. Unconditional, loving, giving, and receiving affection. Falling in love. See what I mean? So for those of you that are irritated and are stressed out and just don't know what the hell to do anymore, because in reality you want something different when it comes to your relationship, drop the ego. Let it go. Forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. And just take a step back. Take a step back. Because this person is going to end up coming back to you. This person is going to they're going to end up realizing that life is short. That life is short. That those have been working their ass off. Yes, work and money is important. But you only live once. You only have one opportunity, if you're lucky, to really be with someone that truly loves you. And yes, money and career is important, but love is worth so much more than that. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. See? And I feel for a lot of you, this is what your significant other is realizing. I feel like they're finally listening to their guidance and feeling like crap. That person was there for a reason. I'm such a dumbass. What was I thinking? I hear them, because in reality, this is what they're imagining. They're imagining time with you, right? They want to be with you, and this could be even if you're in a coupled relationship, right? You guys might be disconnected, but you have a partner that is still fantasizing about you. They're just so locked into themselves, and you might be as well, that you're not sharing and you're not expressing this. That if you did, you would look at the situation very differently, right? Okay, so this is this is the outcome here. Give your relationship a chance. Spend time with the person you love, right? That's the outcome. For those of you that have been working on attracting love, you are going to attract a much healthier relationship than you ever have in the past. See, if you've forgiven and if you've really learned your lessons. See, and here I have lessons coming up twice. Accept struggles as lessons, and for a lot of you, if you're really struggling within your relationship, which I feel you are, take a look at and try to figure out, what is spirit trying to tell you? Like, why are you struggling? Like, what message is trying to come through, right? Because a lot of you are actually projecting your emotions to one another. In reality, you're just so much alike that you just projecting to one another, and that's actually creating problems, right? It's creating some distance between the two of you. But the positive thing is that you're both having to learn these lessons from each other. That's soon going to shift that energy away from that, right? So for those that have been struggling, there's a definite shift coming when it comes to love. See, this is coming quickly, the Chariot. See, and I'm getting an Emperor, so some of you might be dealing with an earth sign. I don't know why some of you might be dealing with like a really macho man. Like, I don't know why that came to mind. You guys will have to let me know. This is like a man's man type of man. So this man is in charge. He's used to being in charge. And so he has to let down his guard a bit. And he has to just give in a little bit, right? But in reality, you're what he wants. Or she, whatever you prefer, but whatever you're looking for as far as your relationship here, that person, if this message speaks to you, I'm telling you, there's still an attraction there. There's a definite attraction there. Like, the chemistry between you two is not gone. So really pay attention. Pay attention to what type of love do you normally attract, right? What qualities do you look for? I mean, both conscious and unconscious, right? Because everybody looks for specific qualities, and there's qualities that you look for that you're looking for, but there's other qualities that you don't even know why you're drawn to certain type of person, right? So maybe sitting down and really being honest with yourself. Maybe looking at your relationship and trying to take a moment to really think about, how did that dynamic come to be, right? Before you really talk about things, because there is going to be an opportunity to talk about things. But for others, like I said before, for others, you're just going to have to walk away, because there's going to be some shocking news coming your way of someone else that is interested in you. So this is a general reading. I'm getting a few different scenarios. Take what speaks to you, but I honestly feel that if you give without expectations, things will shift a lot quicker than you might anticipate, than you might realize. So for those that are in a love relationship where you still love one another, don't give up on it, because it's not over, and there's definitely love there. For those of you looking for love and that have struggled and gone through a lot of pain when it comes to love, I'm telling you, there's going to be a huge shift when it comes to love in your love life. Don't give up on it, because you're worth having great love, and great love does exist. You might meet a lot of people that don't can't offer you love the way you need it. But it first starts with you. You have to know what you need so you can communicate that to others, because you need to teach others how to treat you. And I think that in the past, something that has skewed your idea about love is not just patterns from the past, but the fact that you weren't really even sure what you wanted. But this time it's different. See, I'm getting Ace of Wands. This time it's different. So don't be surprised if you end up meeting someone that actually meets your expectations, is what I'm hearing. But again, see, this is coming up. See, there's someone at the distance. Some of you are dealing with two people. Someone is sort of observing you from a distance. Either they're wondering if you're with someone else, or they're hiding their feelings towards you because they know you're with someone else. But there's definitely someone that is at a distance. And those that are being called to leave a toxic relationship, that's actually going to end up being more fruitful for you. For some of you, you might not even be single for very long. I don't know why I get that feeling, but I do get that feeling. For some of you, you won't be single for very long. But some of you are definitely afraid. I hope this message spoke to you. I will be posting a video on Wednesday of next week. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you soon. Talk to you later.